I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video for Monday, the 2nd of August, in the midst of a nasty heat wave across the deep south. The tropics coming alive, so a lot to talk about. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, from Fayette, Alabama. That's the Fayette County Courthouse on a clear, warm morning. Check the view coming from Decatur up in the Tennessee Valley. The lights over the Tennessee River there. And way down south, the Skycam at Troy in the end zone at the football stadium there. And before you know it, those footballs will be flying. Almost that time of the year, so summer can't last forever. Water vapor satellite shot confirming what you already know. There's a nasty upper high parked across the southern U.S. The higher heights a little west of here, but still it's hot enough. We'll check the actual values as of the upper air soundings last night, the OZ soundings, and you can see this is at 500 millibars. The highest height is right over Little Rock, 5,940 meters. Everybody else at 5,930, just about all the way from El Paso over to Atlanta. Goodness gracious. Hate to see those things setting up this time of the year. Now, these are highs yesterday. And again, we had triple-digit heat all the way from Birmingham to Abilene and San Angelo. Temperatures in that zone there as high as 104 in Greenville, Mississippi, the Dallas of the Delta. Goodness, and that's no heat index. That was the actual high. And looks like out of all the numbers there, the hottest in the nation, or at least in this heat bubble, not counting the Southwest U.S. and the deserts, was 105 at Monroe, Louisiana. Ouch. All right, convection today, of course, the active severe storms on the northern flank of the heat bubble. And I'll say this, underneath the heat, we will have the pulse-type severe storms. We had some yesterday producing scattered wind damage in spots and very heavy rain. In fact, one spot up in Cullman County had 4 inches of rain yesterday. But the stuff is very scattered. You know how it works. Tomorrow, same deal, slight risk up north. There's the QPF chart, rain for the next 5 days, valid through Friday evening at 7 o'clock. Later in the week, the heat does shift a little to the west. That should open the door for a surface boundary to come down here, give us a better chance of showers and storms at the end of this week. That's the good news. But again, even today, tomorrow, and Wednesday in the heat, there'll be some storms out there just scattered. All right, tropical fans. Could that be a tropical storm Colin getting its act together halfway between the coast of Africa and the Lesser Antilles? The guys at NHC pegged that as a 90% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone. Modeling, very consistent. Almost all the models want to take this thing northwest, north of the islands. And in about 5 days, most of them have it well to the north of Hispaniola. And, of course, that's that traditional fork in the road where the thing can recurve into the open Atlantic, bothering nobody other than the ships at sea, or it can bend back to the west toward the South Atlantic coast of the United States. And I would suggest, climatologically speaking, the odds are this will be a recurving storm. But again, nobody knows at this point. So everybody on the Atlantic coast will need to watch this. More than likely, it is not a Gulf Coast problem at this point. We'll check the old GFS, 1 o'clock today, and that tells a story. 594 ring right over us. That's the heat bubble. Highs near 100 today, much like yesterday. Tomorrow, heights don't change much. The thing elongates a little bit, but again, no reason to see any change in the heat tomorrow. Wednesday, same thing. Heat bubble centered a little west of us, but again, temperature should be in the upper 90s to near 100. But and by the way, down below that, there's a pretty decent pool of moisture. It's just that with that warm air loft tends to cap things off, and maybe we'll see a little increase on Wednesday. Thursday, finally, got a very strong shortwave digging down across the Great Lakes, going to beat that heat wave down a little bit. And down below that, the moisture looks good, so that should be a day with at least scattered showers and storms with heat levels backing down. And Friday, looky here. Nice long wave trough over the east. The heat bubble shrinks and shifts west. And by golly, the GFS wants to bring a surface boundary down through here. So you can clearly see that Thursday and Friday, the rain chances go up and the heat levels come down a bit. And then Saturday, look at that. The GFS wants to move a surface front all the way down to near Greenville and Grove Hill and Eufaula, putting us in drier air. Not necessarily cooler air, but certainly not as hot as it has been, and lower humidity. So we never like to buy these cold frontal passages in August. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but at least the idea is there. And Sunday, we stay in relatively dry air. And then Monday of next week, it starts to come back, the heat. And there's a look at Tuesday of next week, ridging across much of the deep south, although not as strong as it is now. We'll check the end of the forecast on the 17th of August. The good news, heights are not as bad as they have been out there in mid-month. And down below that, looks kind of soupy with a chance of scattered showers and storms out there, but at least no sign of any really nasty heat like we have right now. But we all know that could change. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.